Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Cooking with the Colonel. Hey everybody, I gotta introduce myself now, all by myself. That'll probably be the last time I do that. So the ravishing Mrs. Ritter feels like Italian tonight. So we're gonna make some homemade pasta. Now I've actually been looking forward to this for a long time now. So one of the things as we were cleaning up around Mom's house and sorting things out, we found this pasta. I'm gonna angle it down here. Again, I'm solo here, so one of these pasta rollers there. I've been dying to try one of these for a while now, so today's the big day. This is gonna be like a combo day because I'm actually gonna try to use the Vitamix here too with the pasta roller. I'm gonna try to make some fresh pasta, and I'm gonna that's the big plan for today. So fresh pasta. I'm gonna have a separate video that kind of pulls it all together. I made a video on the marinara sauce, so I made that. Well, for you it was Friday, I think, but for me I made it yesterday. So it's been sitting all night, and the marinara sauce elves have been working their magic and making it better in the middle of the night. So I've got that. I'm gonna make some Italian meatballs, and I'm gonna have that in the marinara over homemade pasta. So I can't wait. So, but we're gonna get cracking here and try this. So this is the first for me. You know, so I'm really hacking through the jungle here trying to figure this out. So you're gonna get to see warts and all, as I always promise. So this is like some people have said, this is like you're sitting there watching. Some of you may be sitting there with an amused look on your face as I try to do this. And nobody would be more amused than me as I try mistakes and all. But bear with me, go through. I'm going to have the recipe and the directions down below on your way down. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. But and also, you know what? Give me some pointers if you've got some better ways to do it. I'll kind of, as I go along, put some tips down that I've copied and kind of picked up, and we'll see. And hopefully this turns out good. So I'm told that fresh made pasta is way better than the stuff you buy in the dry stuff you buy in the store. So I'm going to try that and see. So hopefully it will. So let me get reset here, and we'll get cracking. All right, so we're back. Okay, so what I've got a recipe I found. So there's different recipes, different you know, there's the purists, do you use wheat flour? Do you use you know, different kinds of flour, cornmeal, all of that. The recipe I found, and this is from the test kitchen it came from, just all-purpose flour. So 2 cups of flour, and now they say use a food processor. I'm going to try the Vitamix here and see if this works. So if this does not work, then I'll be dumping this out and hand kneading it. So supposedly this is going to save us a little time. So 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then they talk about not using the high-protein bread flour. It'll make a tougher pasta, but it'll make a tougher pasta is what I'm told, and it's a little tougher to work with. So all-purpose flour and just 3 eggs, and just lightly beat them. You don't have to get all crazy with it. First thing I'm going to do though is I've got the flour in here. I'm going to just give it a quick little pulse and just kind of aerate it a little bit. Just to get some air in it. And now we'll put our eggs in, and we're looking for a dough. And it says it shouldn't take but about 10 seconds. We'll see if that's true. I may be doing this by hand. We'll see. Wish me luck. So, trying to find uses for the Vitamix here. All right, so let's give it a shot here. Sorry for the noise. Working. Yep, not working. Okay, I'm going to reset. I'm going to just have to hand knead this. So I was hoping to be able to use the Vitamix. So first wart, here we go. Be back in a second. Well, it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. It mostly got it. I think if you have a food processor, which I do not, they talk about using that. So we'll just kind of knead this together and get this together. So I'm looking to get kind of incorporate all the dry ingredients. If it's too dry, then I'll just mix a little water in with it, about a tablespoon at a time. If it's too moist, and same thing with the flour, you use about a tablespoon of flour to get in it. I'm just trying to incorporate all the flour and the eggs together. If you have to knead it by hand, it could take up to 10 minutes, they say. So we'll see how this kind of comes along here. I'm going to just kind of keep working this. Okay, I'm going to keep working it so you guys don't have to watch me do it. And I'll let you know what I end up having to do. I have to use some, looks I might have to, it's pretty dry. I might have to use a little touch of water here. So I'll check back with you. I'll let you know how it turns out. All right, so yeah, it was about 10 minutes of kneading. I probably used about another 2 teaspoons of water here. And what we're looking for is just knead it till it's smooth. It's about what it looks like there. And then now that so all this is so far is just egg and all-purpose flour and just a touch of water just to dry it up a little bit. So, or just to moisten it up a little bit. Now, speaking of moisten, just want to keep it moist. I'm going to cover it in plastic. I'm going to let this set for about 15 minutes. And all the kneading and everything else has really activated the gluten. Now I just want to kind of let that settle out a little bit. So about 15 minutes to let it kind of settle back out. It should be a little bit easier to work with. So 15 minutes and we'll be back. All right, so it's been, well, a little bit more than 15 minutes. I had some other things to do. But our pasta dough's been sitting out here. I'm going to save my plastic. Now what we're going to do is cut this up into some manageable sizes here. So let me get myself a knife. I had it all ready to go and I left it over there. We're going to basically cut this up into equal portions. Cut it in half and then cut it in thirds basically, because what we're looking for is just a manageable size to get through the pasta machine. I'm going to save one. Now I'm going to set these cut up pieces, I'm going to set them out and put them underneath the plastic, try to keep them, again, you want to try to keep them moist, because if they dry out they're going to get not so good. So here we go. I got the smaller piece here, and when I kind of get it, I want to press it into, I'm looking for a disc to start putting it through the machine. So just kind of mash it out even. And I've got my machine now here. This is my first time, so I'm a little nervous about it. But I've got it. So you want to start off on the widest setting, which on this machine is a 1. So I want to put it through, start running it through, see how this works. Okay. Now I want to run it through on that setting a few times, get it nice and even. And if it sticks, you can put a little bit of flour on it, but this is doing just fine. Looking pretty good. Whoop! Don't make them like they used to. Alright. I'm going to run it through 3 or 4 times, get it nice, that first bit. Now I'm going to take it down to, take it down to number 2 here. So it's a little narrower. Start working this through, slowly getting it down. So I guess if you were going to do ravioli, and now I'm going to only just do 1 per setting. So this is 3. I'm going to work it down to probably the next to last setting here. So See, it's getting longer and longer. Very nice. See, this is going to open up a whole new world here. I might make some homemade raviolis and things like that. Is that a word, raviolis? Or is it ravioli? What's the plural of ravioli? Good question. Start working this through. It's getting thinner and thinner. Very cool. So this one only goes to 6, so that's probably about where I want to do it. So next to last, you can almost kind of see your fingers through it. Okay. So now I'm going to attach the. Now I've got a towel set aside here that's really just lightly damp towel set aside here. I think this is how this goes. It kind of slides in. I think I'm going to go with the, I've got, it looks like a linguine and a, this looks like spaghetti. Maybe I'll go with the spaghetti here. So moving the handle over. Okay, I'm going to just run this through. See how this should cut it here. Oop, stay in there. Oh, handle. So, kind of catch it coming out the back side here. Oh, very cool. I'm going to catch this coming out the back side. See the spaghetti coming out here? Come on, stay in there. Ah, the handle. Having a time with this thing. First time. Getting the hang of it here. Very cool. First batch of spaghetti. Homemade spaghetti. Look at that. There it is. All right. That's very cool. I'm going to set this aside, kind of keep it covered while I'm doing the rest of these, but that's the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this couple more so that the ravishing Mrs. Ritter and I will have enough for dinner. Next, we'll come back and we'll put it in the pot and cook it. So, be right back. All right, we're back. We've got a nice rolling boil here. All my pasta's been rolled out. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Hopefully it's... Now, the water's salted, so hopefully the noodles and all won't stick together, and I'm going to kind of get these in. And trying to, I think some of them kind of stuck together. We'll see how this goes. Warts and all, right? And the fresh pasta, they say you don't need to cook it as long as the store-bought dry stuff, because well, it's fresh, right? So yeah, I don't know. I have my doubts about this. This stuff's kind of clumpy. It's been sitting under a towel, keeping moist, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the salt water will help it cook and kind of come apart, but you probably are like me right now. You probably are having your doubts. See how this goes. Trying to pull these apart. Might not be pretty. Hopefully it tastes good. Bring that back up and we'll boil it for about four minutes. I think the salt will help. Now I didn't use any salt in the pasta, because the idea is that the salt in the water will be fine, salted up just fine. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to run the timer now for 4 minutes. We'll come back and we'll see how it looks. All right, so that's 4 minutes. And we tested it, and it's al dente done. Here's a pro tip that the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter shared with me: is take off about a cup of the water before you pour it out, and save it. And if you're the type that likes to mix your spaghetti with your spaghetti sauce, the water that you pull off the gluten, it helps the sauce stick to the noodles better. So, woo, fogging it up here. Here we go. Homemade pasta cooked up nice, and you know, I was a little worried it was going to be kind of clumpy and all, but it's pretty good. It's coming apart pretty good, and the salt in there helped keep it from sticking. So here, let's see. Turn it around here. All right, so I'm gonna try it here, see how it is. It's different. I've never had anything like that. Fresh noodles, very tasty. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Directions, recipes down below. In the meantime, this is the Colonel signing off saying, see you next time.